Hello everyone. So my name is Ms. Garcia and I welcome you to this new way of teaching, and this method I'm going to be showing you today is called Design-Based Learning, DBL. And here's a little information about what is DBL. So Design-Based Learning is basically a way to teach students how to use hands-on projects to explain and describe, maybe even write about what they have created. So it's a way for students to use their imagination, and they're going to be doing never before seen three-dimensional objects. I will give them a list of directions, and their goal is to try to figure out the directions without me really giving them an example or a model. So I don't want them to go on Google and try to find some kind of example for themselves. I really want them to use their creativity. Also, each design, we'll start with a little imaginary scenario with the problem, and then I'm going to give them a specific design challenge. This is going to be a series of challenges that they will have to do if they want to continue, doing this program for a while. Once your student or child is done, I'm going to create a couple of ways for them to share what they created. They can use a video recording such as Flipgrid, or they can write about it, blog about it, all kinds of different ways. And really the goal is for them to just kind of have some fun, use a lot of creativity and imagination, and to talk and share what they have envisioned. So let me go ahead and begin with the type of materials that they can use. So you don't need to go to the store. Really the goal is to find things that are cuttable, that are there around the house. So things like paper cups and plates, straws and ribbon, cardboard of all kinds, styrofoam if you have any. Again, just looking at what you have around the house. So I would have your child maybe get a bag, a grocery bag, and just go around and fill that bag with a lot of stuff. And so popsicle sticks, construction paper, toilet paper rolls, all kinds of things. As you can see there, anything that they can cut, packaging material. I have a few things that I have here. So again, maybe even like ribbon, some paper plates, just random things, even empty like tissue boxes, gift wrapping bags, gift tissue paper, all of that works well. The thing that I tell my students that they cannot use is things like Legos, any plastic toys. They cannot draw or paint anything. We want them to do something three-dimensional. Now they can draw it out first and then create their 3D model, or after they've done creating their 3D model, then they can transcribe it into some type of cartoon or drawing. But really the goal is for them to use their hands and to create and make something. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And so I'm going to call this their first challenge. And challenge number 1 is called the never before seen creature. And so the problem begins like this. I want all of the participants to introduce themselves, but I want them to introduce themselves in a never before seen way. So you're going to hear that word a lot, NBS, never before seen way. And so you're going to think of who you are, and you're going to create a little creature. Sometimes we call them an avatar, and you're going to make this creature, okay? It's going to be 3D, and it has to represent a little bit of who you are, or maybe you want to put on there something that you like. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the criteria list, and it looks a little bit like this. This is basically the requirements. So your creature needs to have a few things. Number 1, it has to be never before seen. That means I don't want you to make a SpongeBob. I don't want you to go to Disney or Pixar and just imitate something that you've seen before. I really want you to use your imagination. Your creature needs to be three-dimensional. So if you want to have it have eyes, you cannot draw the eyes. You have to kind of put something on there that shows that it's eyes. If you want to have hair, you got to make something that looks like hair. So no drawing at this point. Your creature has to be just kind of like a real living creature. So it has to have a way to see, a way to hear, a way to smell, eat, move around, and touch. So think about all the different ways that animals move. For example, some of them fly, some of them walk, some of them waddle, some of them swim, some slither. So think about your creature. How do you want it to move? Now, you also want it to be not too big. So you want it about the size of your hand. Right? And so it has to be able to fit kind of in your hand there. Finally, I like it to somehow represent you or your personality. Maybe even it has something that represents something that you like or the type of person that you are. So for example, if you love to just look at the world around you and you're very observant, maybe it has lots of eyes everywhere. If you like to move around a lot and you like to be fast, maybe your legs are really long. If you love being fashionable, maybe you have all these beautiful colors, right? And so I really want you to represent your creature in a 3D way that kind of shows a little bit of who you are. After you're done creating, I am going to ask you to share what you have created with others, okay? So be ready to talk a little bit about what you have made and maybe even give your creature a name. So I hope you have fun and we'll see how your challenge number 1 goes. Thank you.